Hey there, drone fans. Rick here again from Drone Valley. Today's clip will be a quick review of a new travel case that I've been testing for the last couple of weeks with my DJI Mini 2. Now, when the Mini 2 was released, I opted to go with the Fly More combination, which, as you know, includes a lot of extra accessories, things like spare propellers, extra batteries, a charging hub, and a really nice travel case. And I think DJI did a great job with this case. It's weather resistant on the outside. It's small enough where you'll take it with you and not even think about it, yet it's big enough to hold everything you need for an afternoon of flying. They've built in a shoulder strap. They've built in a lot of extra pockets. Matter of fact, there's a pocket in the front where you can sneak a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in there and take it with you, so you got a snack when you're flying. So I think they did a great job with it, and it worked really well when I first started flying the Mini 2. The challenge was, as I started adding extra accessories, things like maybe a tablet extender or a sun hood for the controller or extra cables, it got a little tight inside there, and I kind of like a little elbow room. I don't want things banging up against each other and maybe damaging something. So I started searching for a little larger case, and I wasn't looking for one that was gigantic, because the whole point of having the Mini 2 is that it's small, it comes with you everywhere, and you don't have to think about bringing it along. So I started with a hard case. And the hard case is hands down the best way to protect your drone. It's so durable. You could throw it off a cliff and it's going to survive that fall. You could hit it with a garden hose. It's not going to get wet. But the challenge with a hard case is it's big. So if you have a bigger drone like that Mavic 2 up there, it's perfect for that because you want to protect it. You got a lot of extra stuff you're going to bring along. But with the Mini 2, it was overkill. It was just too big, and I had to think about bringing it along. It took up a lot of extra space, so I put that one aside. I also tested a split case. Now, if you don't know what a split case is, it's basically two cases, one for the drone, one for the controller, and the thought behind that is now you've got two cases that are easier to pack in a suitcase or in a backpack, but the challenge with the split case is you don't have a lot of room for extra accessories, so it's a split case in an extra bag. I'm already taking up enough room. So I tested 3 of these cases, which I'm going to call like sort of semi-hard cases. They're not, they're not crush proof, but they're crush resistant. And I settled on this one for a couple of reasons, which I'll explain in a minute. I wanted a case that would hold everything this holds and give me a little extra elbow room for all the extra accessories I'm bringing along. So let me unpack this guy. There's no peanut butter and jelly sandwich in the front today anyway, but let me unpack this. So inside here, it'll hold your drone. It'll hold some extra cables. There's my tablet extender. Here's the controller. Here's the charging hub. Here's my sun hood. And in the top up here, I've got the propellers and all the accoutrements that go along with that. So the screwdriver to install it. I've got the extra joysticks there. So everything fits really well inside this case. But when you start adding extra accessories, maybe the tablet or an extra phone, it's tight. So I wanted something like this that would hold all these accessories a little bit more room. And this case is really nice. It's got a weatherproof exterior. It's really easy to clean. I've dropped it in the mud. I've cleaned it off with a dry cloth and everything's fine. It's got a handle on the top. It's got straps on the side so you can hang it with a carabiner from a backpack. Heavy duty zipper on it. And inside you'll find it actually comes with a strap for your shoulder, so you can use it the same as this one if you like that messenger bag approach. I'll put that aside for a second. And then inside here you'll see that it's got cutouts in it for all the stuff you're going to bring along with like this crushed velour interior, so it's nice and smooth. It's really nice and smooth in there. It's going to cradle your drone and all your stuff without really scratching anything up or damaging it. So let me put everything in there and show you what it looks like. So the drone goes in right here, and all the way it'll fit in there too with the propeller stabilizers on it. I don't have those down here for some reason now, but prop stabilizers will stay on there. If you notice in the battery compartment, there's actually cutouts below it for 2 extra batteries. I know a lot of people flying the Mini 2 will bring 3 batteries along and maybe have an extra battery or 2 beyond that. They'll fit in the bottom there and still allow you to put the battery bank in on top of it, and your controller slides in over here. Now, one thing that's really nice about this is you can leave the joysticks on the controller. Now, I'm not a fan of pulling the joysticks off because, number one, I think it puts extra wear and tear on this union here where you're screwing it in, and heaven forbid you drop one of these in tall grass, you're going to spend an afternoon trying to find it, and that's why I keep an extra set of joysticks with me. So what's cool about this is you can actually leave the controller in here with the joysticks on it, and it's not going to crush the joysticks, and I like that a lot because it saves me a couple of seconds when I'm out flying. Okay, up top, you've got another sort of pouch over here where you can put things in it. I put the propellers and everything that I take for any kind of emergency changing of the propellers in the field, and my extra joysticks in there. And then you've got a huge cavern up here. You can see it's about that thick for a tablet, a phone, or anything else you want to bring along. For me, what I put up there is my sun hood for the controller. I got a cable, I'll put that in there too. And I even put this extension for my tablet in there. The only thing is you got to be careful not to line it up with something underneath. But there you go. Everything fits in there, it closes up nice and tight. And again, what's cool about this is that it's weather resistant. You can't throw it in a lake, it's going to get wet, but if it gets rained on or you get snow on it or dirt on it, it cleans off really well. It's crush resistant, which means unlike this one, which worried me a little bit that if you put something heavy inside of it, it is soft. And that drone's inside there and you're pushing down on it. In the back of your car, somebody throws something on top of it, those props are going to get bent up. You may have trouble with flying. With this one, it's not going to happen because you've got support on the sides, support on the bottom and top, and you've got that extra piece in there that's going to protect everything underneath it. So I like it an awful lot. And again, side by side, there's not much difference. Okay, it's a little bit bigger width-wise and height-wise. It's not nearly as fat, so I guess volume-wise it's pretty close, but I find that it holds everything I need. Now, the reason I didn't choose the other two cases, number one, the first one we tested had a really crummy zipper on it. It was always getting snagged, and we had to play around with it. And that's important because you're going to be opening and closing the case an awful lot, so it's got to have a heavy-duty zipper. And the other one, I just didn't like the cutouts. It was made of sort of like a foamy material, and what I found, it didn't have the velour covering inside, which I know sounds high-end, but it really is important. But the other one had that foam material, and I found that after using it for a couple of weeks, the foam started breaking up, and it was everywhere. And if it's everywhere, it means it's getting in my gimbal, it's getting on my camera, and that's a bad situation to have. So with this one, I like it a lot. I've used it for, I don't know, 5 weeks or 6 weeks now. I know we've been off. We haven't been doing a lot of clips because we did the studio rebuild and we've had the 12 days of Drone Valley Christmas, but I promise you, we've been testing a ton of stuff in the off time. And this is one of the products we've been testing. So if you like it, you can buy it on our website. We've got a link below. We're selling it on the website. We've got a link to Amazon as well. My recommendation is if you're using the Fly More combination bag and it's working for you, stick with it. There's no reason to upgrade. But if you find that you're getting tight on space in there, maybe you're buying extra accessories and things are getting a little bit crowded, not a bad option for you. So that's pretty much all I had for today. If you have any questions about anything I've covered today, drop those in the comments below and I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button down there and join the Drone Valley family. We have a ton of content coming, reviews of this type of stuff and all other high-tech gear that we're going to be reviewing this year. You're definitely going to want to get a notification when we put a new clip up. And I promise you, there's some cool things coming for this new Drone Valley team thing we're starting up that you may want to get in on as well. Tons of giveaways going on, all kinds of good stuff. So that's pretty much it for today. Thank you so much for your support and for watching. And until next time, happy flying.